Well, everyone, welcome to another exciting episode of Writing Through the Unknown. Unfortunately, my guest had a last minute something come up and won't be able to make it. So tonight, I am just going to sort of informally do a little synopsis of where we've been on this show and a little bit of where I'm at right now and dealing with my mom passing in April of this year. So that has me dealing with losing the physicality of having her and my dad around. And so I am doing the best I can to bring you all shows and to keep pushing through as I mourn the loss of the physicality of both my parents right now. And I just want to share that I have been blessed to have many wonderful guests so far this year and in all my seasons, and I am always excited to bring on repeat guests to share new information. And hey, uh, Sile Cola 457, thanks for tuning in. And so life happens, and unfortunately, there are these last minute events that happen. And so I thank you so much. I appreciate that. And hi, Tiffany Marie 1904. Happy to see you all here. Um, Hi, Zane Martin. And so I am going to take a moment and kind of share the blessings that this show started as a tribute to my dad and the fact that he, my mother, and I were into the esoterics and into disclosure movement and sharing a passion, and I didn't know what I was stepping into when I created this show, and I didn't even have a full schedule when I started this show, and honestly had the mindset I wasn't even sure if this show would hold. I created it as a series under another show just in case it didn't make it. I was like, well, I tried, and I've had wonderful guests come on. Then they have developed into friendships along the way. I still talk to a lot of the guests and bring a lot of them back on to share new information with you all. And so, with that being said, I am blessed that it's grown into such the show that it has become, and you all are along with me on the ride, and it's kind of become a journey of me into unlocking memories and sharing memories that I have of parts of my life, the secret space program, or part of my soul journey. So I just want to say, with my heart, to all of you watching and those in the chat room, thank you for your support and everything you do for me. And so I'm grateful, and I couldn't do this without you all. So thank you. And Salcola 457. There's 2 lives because one live is laptop and one live is for being on cell phones. And Tiffany Marie 1904 says, "We love you, Michael. Thank you for being you." And I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And thank you, Tiffany Marie 1904, for being you. And so I will say I am going to continue the shows with bringing you new material and everything. And so I wanted to share with you all a little bit of what's coming up this month because I know it's early in the month, and so it's always fun to kind of every once in a while share what's coming. And thank you, Zane Martin. Sending big hugs to you as well. And so every once in a while, I get to do these episodes where I kind of touch base with you all and share where I'm at and what's coming up. And so I'm going to take a moment and look at my schedule book. And we have next week on the 13th of May, 2 shows that day. We have at 12:30 p.m. is going to be Gina Virginia Casella coming on to share a conference that I will be participating in as a moderator for the group chat and the Q&As on June 13th. So we'll be sharing some information around there. And in the evening, I have Tiffany, and I hope I pronounced this right, Skoronsky, coming on. And so I look forward to both of those episodes. And on the 14th, on a special night, a Thursday night, at 7 o'clock is Madame Fiera, who I met on LinkedIn, and I felt like has a lot of information to share. And so I'm looking forward to sharing that with you all as well. And good evening to you, Brian C. UK. Thank you for tuning in. I know it's in the wee hours for you. Everything is going well right now. I am doing well with all things considered. So thank you. I appreciate that. And lots of big hugs to you, Sai El Cola 457. I appreciate you guys. And then continuing, I'm going to be bringing you a lot of shows of this show this month. And so Tuesday the 19th, I have Kate Trinity Rose coming on to share her story and her experiences. That'll be at 3 p.m. in the afternoon. And Wednesday, the 20th, is a very special episode of Riding Through the Unknown. Although, in full honesty, all of my shows I feel are very special episodes to me. And so, yes, Brian C. UK, I did shave the beard this morning. I felt like it was time with everything going on to kind of get ready for the springtime. So thank you for noticing. I appreciate it. And on the 20th, for the first time on podcast, as per request of 2 of my guests, it turned out, is Alex Collier Tony Rodriguez, and Brad Olson all on at the same time. And so I'm excited to be a part of this event. And I'm calling it an event because I just sometimes like to hype up certain episodes because they're friends of mine. And it's like, hey, how often do you get to support your friends? So looking forward to having them on. And I agree, Tiffany Marie, 1904. That is going to be a great one. Each of these will be great ones. In all honesty, I like to view all of my guests as equals and excited for what they have to share. And on the 21st, I do another double episodes. And yep, Cy L Cola 457. It is a new me and a new look. I do lose the beard every once in a while to kind of stay refreshed and light, so to speak. It does kind of get a little hot with the beard on. But I have on the 21st, I'm trying to see, I kind of wrote at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So that would be 10 a.m. Central Time. Marvel Bliss is coming on, and I have been watching her on TikTok. So I'm excited to be bringing her on. And Kate Rose and Marvel Bliss, I do believe I met at the 2025 Full Disclosure Now conference in Florida. And so I'm excited to reconnect with them and catch up and have a great conversation as always with everyone. But I'm excited for these new guests that are coming on that haven't been on the show before. So I never really truly know what to expect when I get new guests. And so you guys are in for as much of a treat as I am because I feel confident the shows will go in a great direction. And so we'll see. And you guys will be along as we figure this out as well. And returning for the third episode is Tammy Radin. She's an evidential medium, and we'll be doing readings with Tammy at 7 p.m. for an hour, where Tammy shares her gift of evidential mediumship with the audience and those of you who are in the chat room. You have a chance of getting a reading from her. It's not a full reading. It's kind of a shorter version of one, but we do the best we can to relay messages to as many people as we can in that hour. And so I highly encourage everyone to tune in and see what loved ones come forward and see who comes forward to share messages with everyone. And then we have on the 27th, which is a Wednesday, I have Rebecca Hardcastle Wright coming on. She is another guest that I have met, I believe, through LinkedIn. And I'm excited to share her experiences and her stories with you all. And I'm hopeful, as always, that every one of my guests will be well received and feel totally relaxed and comfortable with having conversational style episodes with you all watching and being able to ask questions of the guests depending on which show it is, which style. And wrapping up the month on the 28th, I have at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, Mossy Hill coming on, or Missy Hill. I apologize. Missy Hill coming on, and she is a speaker at the June 13th, 2026 conference being put on by Gina Virginia Casella. And so I'm excited to have her on to share her story and kind of give a flavor maybe of what her presentation will be. I highly encourage everyone, if you get a chance, to tune in and watch the conference and find, there may be speakers that you enjoy. Anchor Haven will be a speaker this time at the conference. And so she is a dear friend of our show. And so I want to share a lot of love with her, coming forward as a speaker at this conference. I was a speaker in the spring conference. And so many blessings to her on her journey. And this conference is a small fee, but it's a full day's worth of, it starts at 8 a.m., I believe, and ends at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So you are welcome to tune in to which part you want to watch. For the small fee that is involved, you can get tickets from Gina Virginia Casella, and that information I will be able to share with you next week, Wednesday, on the episode. I wasn't prepared to share that with us tonight. And so, again, I apologize that my guest had something come up and was not able to make it tonight. Hopefully, we'll get her back on another night to share her story. So do follow, like, subscribe to the show, as that helps with the algorithms. And also, if you are so inclined, do feel free to, I'm trying to find it. Everything's been moved around. Here it is. Here is a QR code. It's a donation link that goes straight to me. 100% of the proceeds of your donation will go into these shows for the cost of the StreamYard, the cost of making the intros, the outros. So everything that you're enjoying, there is, sometimes little fees involved here and there. And so any help is deeply appreciated, not an obligation. So don't feel like you have to, because I put it up there. It's if you choose to. I will be eternally grateful. And your support does help keep this show going, as well as do not get paid for doing these shows. I do these out of the kindness of my heart. And so gratitude and everything. And I will admit, I really do love my intro and outro for this show. So for this episode, I am going to end the show with the intro and outro back to back. And Zane Martin says, as long as you're both okay, no worries on needing to switch things up today. Yes, thank you. I deeply appreciate that. And I do regret not being able to get another guest in time. But like I said, every once in a while, it's kind of fun and nice for me to be able to just kind of give you guys a little history and little background to where we're at and what's coming, so you can plan your schedules. And so I'm eternally grateful for all the support, all the love, all my guests, past, present, and guests to come. I do have a full schedule next month, and I do have other episodes I'm working on bringing to you all because I feel like the guests have something to add. So I'm doing my best to keep bringing fresh information and new ideas and sharing my journey as well. And so I have been getting some memories of my involvement in the secret space program coming forward. And so as I'm able, I will share that journey with you as well. And so I am going to end tonight again with the intro and outro because I do love my cousin's work and I get such a rush out of them. So I didn't play the intro in the beginning because it wasn't a normal like episode. And so I'm going to give you guys the chance to enjoy the intro and outro at the end. And sometimes I've noticed Rumble starts airing the live feed during the middle or towards the end of the intro, so they don't always get the full intro. I'm trying my best to try and fix that so you do get the full intro. So for those who may not have seen it, do enjoy it. We do change it up a little bit each season. So I know it seems strange in May to be talking about changes that were made for this season, being that we are 24 episodes in, but hey, I'm going to call host prerogative. So without further ado, enjoy the intro and the outro and have a wonderful night. And we will see you next week for 2 episodes. So don't forget, there's one in the afternoon and one in the evening. So you're welcome to tune into both or whichever one fits your schedule. And as always, all episodes are available on replay. So don't fret if you can't catch one. You can always watch the replay. I appreciate you all so much. Much love and gratitude and appreciation. And with that, good night, everybody. All right, and here we go with the outro. Oh, hold on. Sile Cola 457 says, all good, Michael. We love you either way. Aw, thank you. I love you all as well. Much love to you all, and without further ado, here comes the outro. As I said, good night, everyone. Hope to you all. Many blessings and hugs.